So I just heard the Katie Taylor Amanda Serrano press conference with Jake Paul and Eddie Hearn, the Zone Matchroom, and it's pretty clear. One, this is going to be one of the biggest fights ever. Not biggest women's fight, but biggest fight ever. Number two, the women are actually fighting at the highest level, the two best pound for pound in the sport, even though I feel that Claressa Shields is actually, I feel that Claressa Shields is the best out of the three. But as far as her accolades, she probably is really supposed to be at number two after Amanda Serrano. I've never really been a true fan of Katie Taylor. I just don't, I don't see it. And I think we're going to see pretty soon when Amanda Serrano stomps out Katie Taylor. But something that just came out in the press conference is Amanda Serrano told Katie Taylor, like, look, instead of us doing these 10-round fights or everything like that, let's go for equality. We're talking about equality. Let's do a real 12-round, 3-minute fight. You know what I'm saying? Like three-minute rounds, 12 rounds. Championship boxing. Let's make it equal. She told her that. She said, yeah, we're doing all this stuff, but like, let's make it where nobody can say that we're not the same as these men fighting. And she pitched it over to Katie Taylor. And Katie Taylor was like, nah. She's like, I ain't getting in no ring for 12 rounds, 3 minutes. No. We ain't doing that with you. No. No. She was trying. She was like, yeah, it's iconic already. And then Amanda was like, we're talking about equality. We're talking about we're supposed to be the same. We're supposed to be equal. Like, we're just as good. And then you're saying no. And you're supposed to be the pound for pound great of the sport of women's boxing. And you're saying no. And then Amanda said this. She was like, look, it's not even just for us. It's for all the other, basically, it's like all the other women that come after us, like let's break the mold right now. Let's say, hey, we're going to break records right now. This is how it's going to be going forward. All the women, we're going to fight 12, at least for the championship fights, it's going to be 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds. 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds. And Katie Taylor told her again, like, nah, I ain't for that. So it looks like Katie Taylor is scared. And it seems like she really didn't want to do this fight. Really. She's just trying to get that payday. She sees the Jake Paul involved in it. She's like, all right, let me get this check. But I ain't trying to get mauled now. Katie Taylor about to get done up. So, yeah, we're going to see. Look, at the end of the day, I don't care what anybody says. Claressa Shields is the best woman boxer in the world. Period. I'm saying this, period. I'm saying this out the gate. Claressa Shields is the best. Amanda Serrano is amazing talent. And not just amazing talent. She's an icon in the sport of women's combat sports. Icon. Right? And obviously, if she beats Claressa Shields, she's the best ever. Greatest of all time. And I would say, honestly, when it comes to fighters in general, Amanda Serrano is probably has to be got to be in the discussion of top 10 of all time fighters. Of all time fighters. Not all time of women's sports, or women's boxing or women's combat sports, But I would say she's probably in the top 10 of all time of fighters of combat sports, period. Just because of all of her accolades and her accomplishments. And because of that, that's the reason why I feel like Claressa Shields, if she beat Amanda Serrano, which I know she will beat Amanda Serrano if they get in the ring, that's the reason why I feel that strongly about Claressa Shields. Every time that I see her, I'm like, it's not even close. Every time she gets in the ring, it's not even close. So that's how I feel when it comes to Claressa Shields as a fighter. I think that I think she deserves to be in the conversation of, you know, probably the top 10 of all time in combat sports. And that's crazy, right? But I think it's the truth. Look at her accolades. Look at what she's done. And now Amanda Serrano has not just done boxing, but she's also done in other combat sports. So that's the reason why Amanda Serrano, she's an icon, man. Like, you can't take that away from her. And that's the reason why she's going to scout Katie Taylor. Nobody even going to remember this woman in a little bit. Katie Taylor about to get if Amanda Serrano is saying out the gate, like, look, let's do 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds, that means that she's got stamina for probably like 15 or 20 rounds. For her to be that confident and just to say, like, let's do it, she's ready. So, hey, what do y'all think? What y'all think? Y'all think that Katie Taylor is actually ducking, or do you think that Katie Taylor, she's right? Maybe the fight is good enough as it is. Do you think that Claressa Shields is actually the greatest woman of all time, or potentially one of the top 10 fighters of all time? Do you think that Amanda Serrano deserves to be on that top 10 list of all time in combat sports, period? Not just women, but period. Do you think Amanda Serrano deserves to be there? Hey, look, I want y'all's thoughts, in the comment section below. With that being said, I really hope that y'all have a really great day. And as always, peace, one love, and we out of here.